Hi, good evening everyone. Welcome to Learn Online. So today we will be solving the first set of our Power Set series on Crack the Clerk. Well, if you haven't still subscribed to our YouTube channel, just do it right away so that you do not miss any of our notifications. So in our first set, we will be solving 10 questions on simplifications, 10 questions of data interpretation, and 5 questions of a quadratic equation. Now before starting, let me tell you why I have selected these 3 topics. Well, any clerical exam will definitely attract 10 to 15 questions from simplifications. So in fact, we can say this is the topic which is having highest weightage. Along with that, data interpretation, sometimes 5 questions and sometimes 10 questions. And of course, quadratic equations, definitely 5 questions. So this is the reason why I selected these 3 topics of first set. Well, of course, this is not the only set that you will be solving these 3 topics. Well, even for the next session as well, you'll be solving the same sets. Now, coming back to the simplifications. Well, I advise you to go through our videos of speed mathematics and basics of simplifications if you haven't still watched them. So do not worry, even after this video, after finishing this class, you can go back our YouTube channel, go to the playlist, so find our speed math videos and simplification videos. So if you can finish them and come back here, or for the next further classes, it will be much easier because most of the tricks I will be explaining or I have already explained in those videos. Well, the questions for this particular class, we have already given 1 hour ago in the description. Well, if you forgot to notice it or if you couldn't see it, at least from next class, that is tomorrow's class, please visit our YouTube channel so that you will get the questions in advance. You can put your trails in the beginning. You can check out how fast you can do them. So once you try them and come back to the class, it will be easier for you to understand where you have to improve your speed. So where you have to cut short your methods, right? So do not forget, in the description, 1 hour before the session starts, we will be providing you all the questions that we will be solving in the class. So, our first question goes something like this. 26 into 451, let me write it one more time for you. 26 into 451 minus question mark is equals to 6103. Well, few of you would have already solved this question. But if you don't, do not worry. Now we will be doing that one. So first let us see what is the simpler method to solve this. Okay. So I can multiply these 2 numbers by using the cross multiplication method, which has already been discussed in the speed mathematics. So I can multiply them. So what do I get when I multiply? I'll get 6 into 1 is 6. This is 32, 2 here and 3 carry. This is 24 and this is 0. This is 10. 34 plus 3, 7, 37. So last 2 steps. This is 8, this is 0. 8 plus 3 gives us 11. We'll put 1 here and 1 carry. Last step is 4 into 0, 0 and we'll get 11726. Now, we'll send the question mark to the other side and we'll bring this number to this side. So what happens? 11726 minus, what do we have? 6103. That should be is equals to our question mark. Now, if you solve this question, should I really solve the entire question? No. Just look at the options. If you look at these options, 2, 3, 1, 3. So, in 2 options, we have 3 in the last digit, right? So, it means we have to solve for the 10th digit as well. So, 32, 23, 51, 63. Yes, in all the options, last 2 digits are different, right? So, let us go. So, if I subtract here, I'll get 3 here. And if I subtract here 2 from 0 from 2, I'll get a 2. 23. Which option is having 23 in that? The option number B. Answer should be 5623. Well, very simple way of solving. But could we solve it in 1 minute? Yes, slightly less than 1 minute. Because of the explanation, it took little more time. But this is not the smart way of solving. Now, if I were to solve this problem, I wouldn't have done all this multiplication and all. It's in a simple method. I have 451 into 026. As I told you to check only the last two digits. So apply only two steps. What do I have here? 6, 5 into 6, 30, 2 into 1, 2, 32. I'll put 2 here, 30, 2 here and 3 goes carry. I'll get some XYZ here. I really don't care because we do not want that. So this answer, we got it as XYZ 2x. So we have to subtract this number from this number. So minus, what do we have? 6103. Subtract this number from this one. 6 minus 3 is 3. 2 minus 0 is 2. Whatever we get here from A, B, C, anything, we really don't care. Check last two digits, 23. Which option? Option number B, direct answer. So this is the smart way of solving simplifications. Now, so this is our very first question. Now let us go into our second question. So what does our second question says? It says 4800 divided by square root of question mark. I'll write it as simply x. Okay. Now, plus 3 is equals to 963. Right? So we need to calculate what is the value of x in the square root. So first we'll subtract the 3 from 963. What do we get? 960. What do we have here? 4800 divided by square root, because we send the 3 to the other side. So final step, 4800 divided by 960. We will bring 960 to this side and root x go to the other side. So what happens? 0, 0, 48 into 10, 48 into 2, 96. As I told you, tables matter a lot in simplifications particularly. So what do we have here? 2 into 1, 2 into 5. And we have a square root here. What do we do? Send the square root to the other side. That becomes 5 square. What is my answer? 25. X value is 5 square, 25. Do we have the option? Yes, our option number C. So copy these two questions for now. So take a 30 seconds to 1 minute break and then we'll be continuing with the next set of questions. Welcome back. So let us look at our question number 3. So what does our question number 3 says? 625 into half plus 484 into half is equals to question mark. Guys, if you observe the question properly, by looking at the question, I can tell answer is none of this. Why? See, when you do 600, half of 600, that gives us 300. Approximately, I'm telling. So, half of 25, 12.5, but forget about it. Plus, so this is our question number 3. 484, half of it. Let us assume that some 500, half of it will be 250. Now, when I add these two, I will get approximate my answer as 550. But none of the options is more than 100. So obviously your answer is option E. So what do we understand with this question? It's not just blindly looking at the question and solving for the answer. You have to look at the options as well. You have to be very attentive with the options so that you will get to know whether you have to solve the question completely or not. Well, if you want to save the time in simplifications particularly, do not ever neglect your options. So let us go to our question number 4. So what is our question number 4 says? 625 divided by 5 divided by 25, right? So question number 4 says 625 divided by 5 divided by 25 equal to question mark. Look, this particular type of question I have already explained in the basics of simplifications. So whenever you have A divided by B divided by C divided by D divided by any number, it doesn't matter. Only the first term goes to the numerator and remaining all goes to denominator. So B into C into D into, so if you have any other terms, you can put them here. So just by looking at that, the question becomes very simple for us now. So that is 625 divided by, what do we have? 5 into 25. So 625 divided by 25 into 5 is 125. 125 into 5 itself is 625. So what is my answer? 5. Option number B has to be my answer. So copy these two and then we will continue with the few more questions in simplifications. Question number 5. So what do we have here? we have 4 into 4 whole power 3 divided by 512 divided by 8 into 2 into 8 whole square is equals to 2 power question mark. Well, we need to find the value of the question mark here. So let me write down the same question here one more time for you. So what do we have here? 4 into 4 whole cube divided by 512 divided by 8, and these two goes into a bracket into 2 into 8 whole square is equals to 2 power question mark. So what we need to do, we need to find the value of a question mark. Well, let me give you a simple tip about this question. See, the question mark is about 2, right? On the right hand side, the question mark is about 2. So let us write it as 2 power x. Okay. Now, make sure you convert everything on your left hand side into the powers of 2. What do we do? If you see, this is 2 square and this is also 2 square. 2 square into 2 square should give us 2 power 4 whole cube. Let it be like this. Again, I have explained about all these things in laws of indices in our simplifications basics, right? So if you don't understand this, do not worry. After this class, go back and watch the basics of simplifications, and this video will be available still in the YouTube. Do not worry, you can come back and you can watch it one more time if you do not understand any of the steps, right? Because basics are already explained in the recorded videos of simplifications. Now, coming back here. So 512, I will directly write it as a 2 power 9 divided by 2 cube. Now, another important point. See, the moment I see 512, I got to know it is 2 power 9. So what I'm trying to tell you here is powers of 2 and powers of 3. Make sure you know all of them till power of 10. Till 2 power 10 and till 3 power 10. So that those will be helpful for us when we are solving the problems which are based on laws of indices. Now, next, moving ahead. So this one. This is 2. 8 is 2 cube. 2 power 1 into 2 cube should give us 2 power 4 whole square. That is equals to 2 power x. So what do we get here? This is 2 power 12 divided by, this is 2 power 9 divided by 2 cube should give us 2 power 6 into, and the last one, 2 power 4 into 2 is 8, which is equals to 2 power x. So final step. Now if you see, all the bases are 2. So what do we do? The single base will be, this is 2 power x, and here we'll get only one base. So final step. We have 12 here and there is a division. Division means that becomes minus 6. And here multiplication means plus 8. So what do we get? 2 power 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 minus 6 is 14. That is equals to 2 power x. So 2 power 14 is equals to 2 power x. So what happens here? X value is 14. Do we have the option? Yes, option number D is my final answer. Well, this looks pretty lengthy because I am trying to explain you by every single step. If I were to do this, what I would have done is, I would have directly written this step here by eliminating this one. How? 2 square, 2 square, 2 power 4 whole cube. 2 power 4 whole cube is a 2 power 12. And this one divided by, means I'll directly write minus here. Again, 512. What is 512? 2 power 9 divided by 2 cube. 2 power 9 divided by 2 cube is 2 power 6 directly. So this is division, means directly we'll get minus here. And this part, here we have multiplication, means this becomes addition here. So 2 power 1, this is 2 cube, 2 power 4. 2 power 4 whole square is 2 power 8. Power is 8. Single step answer. If you see, directly I have written this particular step. So just to explain you in detail, I have written all these steps. But in the examination, this is what you have to do. One step answer for this entire question. So let us move ahead. This was our question number 5. Let us go to question number 6 now. So what is our question number 6 says? Now we need to find the approximate value of this question. It says 333 0.333 plus 33.333 plus 3.333 plus 30.03333 is equals to question mark. What can be done? Let me write down the question for you first. Let me change the color of my pen. Okay, let us take in this time. So what do we have here? 333.33333 plus 33.33 plus 3.33 plus 30.003. Now this entire sum is equals to question mark. That is our answer. So very simple question. You just have to add all the terms. We'll get 9 here, and we'll get 9 here, and we'll get 3 here, and this becomes 9 and 9, and this becomes 399.993. Do we have the option? Yes, I think option number A must be our final answer. Or another way of solving. Should I really do this entire step? No. That's where our options come into picture. Just look at the options, guys. 0.993, 0.999, 0.333, 0.339. If you see, the values after the decimal point are different in all the options. So what we have to do, we just have to deal with the decimal part. What do we have? 0.33. And this for second one we have again 0.33, again for third number we have 0.33, and again we have 003. So if we just add this, we'll get 993.993. Which option? Only option number A has 0.993. So this question can actually be solved within 5 seconds. Now you might be thinking the level of the questions are very simple. Yes, of course, they are very simple because this is the very first session of simplification. So I decided to put the level of the questions to easy. So do not worry, eventually I will be increasing the level of the questions where you will see questions at both the prelims as well as mains level. So you can take 1 minute time to copy these things, and then we will continue with another 4 questions. Welcome back. So question number 7. What does it say? 5 into question mark is equals to 8042 divided by 4. So let me rewrite in this way. Question mark, I'll consider it as x, that is equals to 8042 divided by 4. Well, we had 5 into here, so we will taking it to the other side. That becomes 4 into 5 here, right? Now do not try to divide these numbers with these two. That's a wrong method. If you want to do it faster, observe. Even you have to actually eliminate this method also. We can solve this question without using the pen as well. So if I can say 402.1 is must be our answer. How? Observe. Guys, this is nothing but 20, right? Observe. 8042 divided by 20. Can I write 20 as a 2 into 10? Yes. Now divide with the 2. That becomes 4021, and dividing with the 10 means we'll get a decimal point. So 402.1 is my final answer. Well, you need not to do this. When you look at this question, what do we have here? 8042 divided by 4, and there is a 5 on the other side. When we bring that 5 to this side, you must do this mentally. 4 into 5 becomes a 20. So 4 into 5 becomes 20 means a 2 is nothing but 2 into 10. So you have to divide 8042 with 2. So dividing with the 2 is nothing but half of the number. What is half of 8042? 4021. Dividing with the 10 should give us 402.1. So this particular question we can solve without using the pen as well. Let us look at question number 8. What does it say? We have root of question mark. Let me put it as root x plus 22 is equals to 2601 whole power 1 by 2. Now what do you mean by whole power 1 by 2? Whole power 1 by 2 is also nothing but square root. I'll just remove this. I'll write it as square root of 2601. So what we need to do? Our first step is to calculate what is the value of root 2601. Well, in the speed mathematics, we have already learnt how to find the square root of a number. What can we do? First step, separate the last two zeros, last two digits, 0, 1. 0, 1 comes from which square? 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. It comes from 1 square 1 and 9 square 81. So even 1 square will also give 1 at the end, and 9 square 81 will also give 1 at the end. Agree? Now second step. What do we have here? 26. Take the nearest square root of 26, which is less than 26. That must be 25. Perfect square. I mean nearest perfect square to 26. So we have 16. 4 square is 16. 5 square is 25. 6 square, if I take 36, that goes beyond 26. So do not take it. So we will take 5 square. So our answer has to be 51 or 59. We do not know that. What do we do? Let us consider in between number, that is 55. What is 55 square? We have already learned how to calculate 55 square in the speed mathematics. So 5 into 6, 30, 30, 25 is 55 square. Now look at the given number. Is this number greater than 3025 or less than 3025? Less than 3025. It means 51 is our answer for this part. So what does the question become now here? Root x is equals to, its value is 51 and 22 goes to the other side, minus 22. So if you look at the answer, oh, I'm sorry, we have another square here. So what does this becomes? 30, 29 square. What is 29 square? X square, that is 841. X value is 841 and our option number D must be the answer. See, what are the important things here? The first one is finding the square root. You must know how to calculate the square root within 5 or max to max 10 seconds. Well, I can do this within 5 seconds. Because while learning the squares in the speed mathematics, observe when do you get to 0, 1? Only when it is 49 square or 51 square or 99 square. Now this is in somewhere 26. It means it is very close to 50. So 26 we have. When can I get this number is 26? If the difference between 25 and the number is more than 25, it means it has to be more than 50. So that's why I can tell this value as 51 directly. And then subtracting 22. 29 square, I directly know its value is 841 because we have to learn squares at least till 30. So that I say is a prerequisite for the banking exam. So that like you should not waste time in calculating what is 29 square in the exam. At least till 30 square, make sure you memorize all those numbers. Right? So copy this, we will go to the next question. So let us see last two questions in simplifications. Our question number goes something like this. What is it? 25.25% of 512 is equals to question mark. Chalo, take. So 25.25% of 512. Guys, do not do a blunder by writing this as 25.25 divided by 100 of 512. That will be very time consuming. So you have to be very smart in solving the question. How? See. Can I write this as 25% plus 0.25%? Of course, you can write it. Now, how do you calculate 25% of any number? 25% comes from the fraction 1 by 4. So, 25% of 512 is also nothing but 1/4 of 512. So, divide 512 with the 4, you will directly get 25%. So, when I divide with this with the 4, 4 into 12 is 48, 32 left out. So 4 into 8 is 32, 128. 1/4 of 512 is 128. Okay? Next, plus. So we got 25%, but we need still 0.25%. Now do not calculate it separately. Let's think about it. If I divide 25% with 100, what do I get? I should get 0.25%. Right? Dividing 25% with 100 should give us 0.25%. Well, we have already calculated 25%, which is 128. If you divide it with 100, that becomes 1.28, which is nothing but 0.25%. So when I add these two numbers, that should give us 129.28. Do we have the option? No. So our option is D. None of this. Right? Now, so that is our, sorry, not D, option number E. So one last question in simplifications. So what do we have this time? We have 2197 whole power 1 by 3, which is nothing but cube root of 2197 minus 1296. This is fourth root. 1 by 4 means fourth root of 1296. That is equals to question mark or power root or root x. Instead of question mark, I wrote x here, right? So first step, let us calculate the third root and the fourth root of the given numbers first. See, in finding the cube root of a number, we already know that we have to separate out the last 3 digits, right? So I separated the last 3 digits here. Check out 7. 7 comes from which number? 1 cube 1, 2 cube 8, 3 cube 27, yes. So unit digit 7 comes from 3 cube. So my unit digit is 3 and 2. Take the nearest perfect cube to 2, which is less than 2. There is only 1, that is 1. 1 cube is 1. If I take 2 cube, that becomes 8. Going beyond this number, it should not go beyond this number, it should be less than this number. So only 1 can give us. So this is directly 13 minus. Now this is slightly complicated part. At least it looks like so. Guys, 1296 whole power, fourth root means 1 by 4. 1 by 4 can be written as 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Agree? So this is, if you observe, root of 1296 and again root over it. Now, let us find 1296 square root. What happens? 96 we have here. So 96, unit digit is 6. Separating the last 2 digits first. 96 we have here. Unit digit 6 comes from which digits? 4 square 16, 6 square 36. So my unit digit can be either 4 or 6. Now, 12 is there. Nearest perfect square to 12 is 3. 3 square 9. If I take 4, 4 square 16, going beyond 12, no, we should not take it. So 3 square 9. So 34 or 36 is my answer for this part. Now in between we'll check 35 square, which is 3 into 4, 12, 5 square 25. So if you see, 1296 is obviously greater than 1225. It means it cannot be 34, it has to be 36. So this part becomes square root of this root. This value is 36. Now what is the root of 36? Obviously it is 6. That is equals to root of x. Right? Now, what else we have here? 36 minus 13. Did I do any mistake here? 13 minus 6. That is 7. 7 is equals to root of x. So, root comes this side. 7 square 49. X is equals to 49. That must be my final answer. So this is all about, so this is our question number 10. Simplifications in our first power set. Well, if you observe, slowly I've been increasing the level of the questions. So there will be certain questions for sure which you did not understand because few of you still did not watch the videos of the basics. Now, one more session will be there for sure on simplification. So what I want you to do is, please go back and watch the simplifications. There are 2 videos. Along with that, there will be 3 or 4 videos in speed mathematics. Finish them and come back and try to watch this video again. Then you will understand why I am directly writing the numbers when I'm looking at them inside the root or the cube root. So this is all about simplifications. So let us get started with quadratic equations. Before that, I want you to copy all this stuff so that we can go further. But well, before giving you time to copy this, let me talk about one more thing. Guys, there are certain things that you need to concentrate. The major ones are tables, squares, cubes, square roots, cube roots. So these play a very major role in the calculation part, guys. So if you want to solve simplifications faster, or if you want to improve your speed in the calculation, this particular part plays the biggest role. If you don't know tables, guys, at least till 20, forget about cracking any of the banking exam. So keep this in mind. So that will be helpful for your further preparation, guys. Yes. So take a break, copy this part, and then we'll get back and we will solve the quadratic equations.